According to supply managers in the 9 Mid-America states, how is the economy performing?
Our survey of supply managers in the 9 Mid-America states for the month of September, which is coming out today, of course, first business day of the month, the overall index dropped to 61.6 from August to 68.9. Now the index has now declined for 4 of the past 5 months. And I consider that fairly significant simply because the economy is slowing down, but I'm still expecting positive growth for the region and for the 9 Mid-America states, which stretch from Minnesota and North Dakota in the north to Oklahoma and Arkansas in the south. And I think importantly, very importantly, the confidence index dropped to its lowest level since COVID-19 in March of 2020. So the economic confidence looking forward is much, much weaker. So I think we're going to see the results of that moving forward. And here I'll bring up my graph of the comparing the U.S. number, the Purchasing Management Index for the U.S. against the Mid-America in blue. And as you can see, it's dropped. As you viewers can see, it's been dropping, but it's still in a range indicating growth ahead. 61.6 is a reasonably solid reading, and the U.S. number will come out later on this morning.
What were the hiring trends?
Hiring also was declined for the month. It was the September reading was 56.7. That's down from August 64.6. And what we're seeing is the ability to find and hire workers is very significantly impaired right now just because of shortage of workers. We're still down, the region's down 3.4% from COVID levels, and the U.S. economy is down 3.5% employment from pre-COVID levels. So we've still got a ways to go getting back those jobs. And of course, we had, again, as one of the big impediments that supply manager reported for the month was finding and hiring qualified workers.
What inflation trends are you noticing?
Inflation remains very strong, stronger now than the economy. We're seeing inflationary pressures. We've been doing the survey for 30 years now, almost 30 years now, and we've never seen inflationary pressures like this at the wholesale level. The overall number for September was 94.9. That's down from August 95.0. And of course, that is going to be significant. And the Federal Reserve, because of these inflationary pressures, will take actions to take back some of their stimulus in the months ahead.
What are the biggest economic challenges companies are facing?
This month we asked the purchasing managers, supply managers about the greatest challenges over the next 12 months. And finding and hiring qualified workers was number one. That 33% indicated that was their number one. Supply chain bottlenecks, getting inputs in and outputs out, 32%, only slightly lower than that. Rising input prices, 27% indicated that was their number one challenge going forward. And finally, only 8%, the remaining 8%, said the coronavirus was the biggest challenge their business faced over the next 6 months to a year. Almost 3 out of 4, now this is, I think, very important, 3 out of 4 indicated that they expect shortages of goods for the holiday consumer buying season. So consumers out there, when you go to buy your Christmas and holiday gifts, you're going to see some shortages this year. So the idea, at least from these supply managers, is get it early and get it quickly and get it. Still going to be higher though, higher prices. So that's going to be the challenge for consumers going forward.
What is the economic outlook?
The outlook, I expect long-term interest rates to begin rising in the fourth quarter. We'll see them rise, but not significantly. I expect short-term interest rates to remain where they are well into 2022, probably won't even move higher till second half of 2022. I expect growth, as I said earlier, to slow somewhat. Annualized inflation rate will still run between 4 and 5%, well above what the Federal Reserve calls transitory. As a result, and Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts indicated she was not backing Jay Powell's renomination, which comes up in February. Because of this inflationary pressure, we could see some pressure to have Jay Powell not renominated in February. But overall, again, the economy is growing for the Mid-America region until we meet again on November the 1st, the first business day of the month of November, when we report results for the month of October. May your economic cup runneth over, and thank you for joining in.